Welcome back to MJ Trips. It's another Barely Default video, and it's also another Minecraft China Edition video. It was kind of inevitable merging Barely Default with China Edition, because I like making everything from the Minecraft multiverse canon, you know, with my resource pack. I've done it with a bunch of stuff. I've done a bunch of features, like these armor sets are from story mode, you know, you can rename your gear. This is my renamable stuff world that I'm just expanding as I go. This as a project on CurseForge. You can download this map if you want to look at all the variants that I have. See, story mode, dungeons. I mean, you probably get it. You probably recognize it if you're a Minecraft fan. I also take a lot of creative liberties. Like there's no Order of the Stone gauntlet, but if I add a gauntlet with the colors of the Order of the Stone symbol, and then I make it gold just by coincidence, or I guess, you know, the symbol already has gold in it, so it makes sense. Then suddenly you have a Thanos glove, and then, you know, take some creative liberty, and you can make some fun stuff. So also some unique designs in here that are not necessarily Minecraft related, but it's mostly trying to reference Minecraft. And now I've discovered China Edition, which has a bunch of wild stuff that doesn't match Minecraft in any way, and the only way to properly implement it, in my opinion, was through renamable items, like the shield I'm holding right now, which obviously, and then also this sword. Oh no, that's my iron golem egg that I'll use later. Yeah, a bunch of cool stuff, and I'm gonna be showing off these new sets, right, and the design philosophy behind it, I guess. But before we go into the sets, I've made some changes to Tim's gear set. You already see it. He has a bunch of fancy tools. I'll actually put on Tim's armor right now. There you go, Tim's armor. One of the best sets from the story mode ones. I think it's on par with the golden apple armor, which is also really cool. Well, I also like Petra. Also really cool. And Gabriel's is one I added recently, which is also really cool. Anyways, yeah, I gave him new tools because, well, previously I've been adding, like, most of these tools are like, well, all of them actually are bigger. Well, I guess the lightsaber, not necessarily this one. Yeah, all these tools are bigger than the default sword, right? I mean, I've already done it for dungeons, but these are all just the default tools, right? I mean, I guess it would be a lot of work to make unique design for all of them. I could do it, but for now I just went with the default you know, outline for a pickaxe, and I just, you know, added some fun details, you know, to match all the armor sets, right? And for Tim's armor I did the same, but Tim's armor is the most extravagant one of the bunch. And then I found this sword, and this sword is a furniture. There's a furniture item of this sword, right? And instead of adding another white and golden armor set, I just figured, well, Tim doesn't really have tools or weapons in the story mode anyway, so why don't I add a bunch of fucking wild, wacky, colorful, you know, really extravagant looking tools for Tim's armor. And I might tweak them, because I guess they started to look kind of space. They're starting to look kind of too modern when I was designing these, I think. Also, I'll probably tweak them. But yeah, the sword is really cool anyways. So Tim has now a new gear, so that's really cool. Let's get to my armor sets. So yeah, but what I do for these basically is I find a texture, or like an image that has weapons in it, and oftentimes it's not even a texture. Like the UV maps in Minecraft China Edition are really wacky. So this sword is in Minecraft China Edition. I don't know in what way, but I found it in the file, so it's in there. And then I invented the rest of the set, right? Because I can't just add a sword. And then, you know, I also invented the name, obviously, because there's no... these all have, like, Asian names, right? And, yeah, I don't know. Like, this is a bit more relatable, right, to me? Like, for example, I call this the Dragon Slayer set. This very big tool set over here, equipment set. In the files, it's called Zanlong Tai, I think. Then again, that translates to Dragon Battle, and the PNG that this set is based on, me inventing the pickaxe, shovel, axe, hoe, and the armor set, mostly, which actually makes 87% of the set is made by me, right? And then this is remaking stuff that I found in the files. And how this sword is in the files is, there's a furniture item. I did a whole video about the furniture in my China Edition. That is a sword stuck into a dragon skull. So and the file name translates to Dragon Battle, right? So I just figured, and that's Zanlong Tai, right? So I first wanted to call it Zanlong Tai sword, but then I don't know. I figured people wouldn't really remember it, and Dragon Slayer is more memorable. So yeah, little spoiler ahead. We're not there yet. We're still going through Scarlet, but I guess I had to explain my system. So yeah, this texture is in MC is canon, and then all of this stuff is just to make a full set, including the armor, which I think looks really cool. One of the things I try to do with Barely Default is like I want to add something for everyone. Like I would never wear this, I don't think, as like my main my what do you call that? Like my daily driver, you know, if I was playing on an SMP or whatever. Oh yeah, by the way, we can check out the nighttime also, because a lot of these have emissive maps. Juke. Look at this. It's cool, right? Yeah. It's really, really wacky, wild, wacky world of Barely Default by Mickey Joe. That's me. Remember the name and subscribe. You know, just letting you know. Because all this epic stuff that I do. Look at all this texture work that I still do, right? Like a lot of unique. There's a lot of so much creative liberty still. You know, while still implementing canon shit in the Minecraft multiverse. If you want to consider Minecraft China canon, but I will. I've had a lot of fun with this, man. It's been really fun. So yeah. People have called this like Dead Space inspired, this set. Was it Dead Space? I think it might have been Dead Space. I have never played the game, but yeah, I just designed it kind of like the sword, you know. It kind of looks like a futuristic. It also kind of looked like Pyra's sword from Pyra Mythra. That's not from Smash. I want to say from Smash Bros, but that's obviously from a different game. But I'm not really a gamer. Like, I just mod Minecraft. I don't really actually game. So yeah, Pyra Mythra, no idea what game they're from, but this sword kind of it looks like her sword. But then I went for more of a, you know, just like a techie style, you know. The sword's kind of techie, right? Maybe a little bit. No. And then I found a PNG for what may be a furniture item or it's a pet. I'm not sure yet. That I based this armor set off. I'll show it on the screen, obviously. You already see it. I don't need to address it. Which is just a fun space armor set. I'm really fond of the weapons also, the tools. They're really cool designs. And, you know, yeah, I really like these. I like these a lot. They're really unique. You also hold the tools in the middle of the handle. Not a sword though, but you know, I don't know. Just I like to add different techniques, you know, just a bunch of different stuff. So there's something for everyone, right? If there's a specific thing that you like, you know, you can find it somewhere in the pack, right? And maybe you know, I've also added stuff that I personally would never wear. You know, that's the whole point. Like, you gotta fucking, you know, something for everyone. That's really important to me, you know. And then I added the space style, obviously, and this sword is vaguely in the files. This pickaxe, I mean. Also, the shape of it somewhat is in the files. This is completely invented. This is also somewhat in the files, and this is invented. And I just named it Space because it was called Space. All this stuff. But then the colors were all taken from the armor set. Like, all of these tools had different colors, just wild variety of colors. And the sword had a kind of a green texture, and then I was really inspired, since this is the same helmet design of the Vortex set in Terraria, and this is already space themed. I thought it was a perfect way to reference Terraria, because Terraria is, I don't know, Terraria is so fucking epic, man, and you know, it's obviously referenced in the splash text, so I love it. You know, I haven't added the Terraria reference in my pack, but now I have, I guess, you know. So a Vortex set, just a colored variant of the space set, and yeah, it's so you know, I honestly would personally, I prefer this one. Like just the colors of it are cooler to me, just of the space set. But in the theme of something for everyone, there's gonna be plenty of people who prefer this palette, right? Because that's just how life works, and that's been really fun, you know. So it's a good design philosophy. Look, it's a fancy ass space outfit, man. I really love this shit. I'm really happy with this update. It's so much fun, man. Okay, next up is the robot gear with the recolor variant droid gear, because droids, well, droid is just a droid. It's neutral, but obviously there's the droid army in Star Wars, right? So I figured I need to start at the beginning. This is all like a lot. Hold up. Okay, so this armor is in the game files as a furniture piece. There's a furniture piece that's this armor on an armor stand, right? If you want to understand the furniture, check out the furniture video, like I said. I wanted to add the armor, but there were no tools for it. And lightsabers are super iconic, obviously. And I thought, fuck it, that if I'm adding this fancy ass robot gear, the perfect opportunity, like if I want to add something, if I added a sword for this, an equipment set, it would already be like a laser blade. I would do that 100%. And then I decided, fuck it, I'll just model it instead of having it be You know, like obviously swords. You know, if you see them straight up, they're like it's like a little rigid pattern, right? We all get used to it. But the sword could be straight, but obviously it's not in Minecraft. You know, it's just a Minecraft style. And I thought, fuck it, if I'm making it actual light, I'm gonna go for a full ass lightsaber with a full ass beam. It's an inverted cube, so it has a really special effect. Yeah, let's just get a fucking. There you go. It's really fucking cool, man. When you're holding it, I instantly want the sound you know, to be there. I'll edit it in actually for the satisfaction, but it won't be in your game. There's no way to do it. And then when you strike, I don't need to make the noise. I will. I can also do laser beam. No, I don't know if that was good. Anyways, so yeah, lightsabers, and then I just invented. I'll make it nighttime for this actually, for the showcase. It's kind of fun. And then I also thought, fuck it, this is really fun. I'm doing a light pickaxe because why not? A light shovel, which isn't my favorite, but I don't really know another way to do a light shovel, and it's fine. And a light axe, which is also really fun. And then the robot hoe is just, you know, you don't need the hoe to be that sharp. You don't need to fucking till when you're tilling the ground. You don't actually need it to like laser it off, I guess, which you would do, I guess, with mobs or like rocks that you're breaking. So I didn't add a laser effect for it, which I also like. You know, restraint is also a powerful tool. And then I added, you know, blue lightsabers, and then I couldn't help myself. I needed to add a red variant of this set, right? And I'll address the dancer sword also. This is the robot dancer sword, so just, if you know, it's all renamable stuff, right? Rename it's all Netherite gear, by the way. I don't know if the maybe it was not obvious. You need to rename Netherite gear to get all these colorful variants, right? Because I'm not doing all these sets in all the tiers. Also, there's plenty of tiered sets already. I mean, the reason for that is honestly that it used to be diamond armor. But now, end game, everyone just wears netherite, right? Like, end game, everyone just looks like this, right? And then it's such a shame, because then you put in all this effort to get a cool skin, you know, like to really express yourself with the skin. Like, I love my skin. I have like almost like an emotional attachment to my skin, you know? So yeah, you put in the effort to express yourself with the skin, and then you know, everyone looks the same. And actually in 1.20, they are adding armor trims, obviously. But I've been obsessed with this for a while, this idea. I've actually made a suggestion that is like eerily on Reddit, our Smike suggestion that's like eerily similar to how they're doing armor trims. So, and I don't mind. I'm just hoping that Mojang is like a secret fan of me, but they would never acknowledge it because, you know, MD tripped. But my shit is dope, and Jeb already once commented on my Reddit post. I'm on the Minecraft wiki. It's the guy who suggested nether gold ore to Jeb, which is the most obvious suggestion. Such a lame suggestion looking back, and it's wild that I get the credit for it, but here we are. Yeah, so that's where the inspiration came from, to add all these colorful sets. And then I thought, fuck it, you know, fuck it. If I'm adding a red lightsaber, a blue lightsaber, I also need a double lightsaber, right? Because it's just iconic, especially for the red one, right? You know, it's just fucking iconic, it's just great. And the reason why I could justify it, because I'm super autistic, I have all these rules that I follow, is because it's super consistent. Because, look, normal sword, right? Netherite sword, diamond sword, you get the drill. Then dancer sword, it's a double sword. You get what I'm trying to say? So a double sword is in Minecraft canon is just double, you know, a dancer sword. So and it's already, you know, it's a netherite dancer sword, and then this one is just a robot dancer sword, you know. I don't know, it's just really fun, right? You can have a fucking lightsaber like this, like, you know. All right, I won't sound more. Anyways, fun stuff. And the journey set, the sword was in the files, and the rest is all invented by me. I mean, up there as you know, the best sets in the pack right now. It's super unique. I designed it after Skyrim's elven armor, because I thought the sword looked kind of elvish. I don't know if it does though. Not really. It looks more like a glass sword but anyway, I don't know. I just thought it would match well with kind of an elvish look, and then I did that, and then it has this really weird palette that I really love, and all these, you know, it's like a super detailed set, you know. Really regal, perfect for netherite, and there wasn't a golden netherite variant yet. Well, I guess, well, a lot of golden details, but not like a full gold, which is cool, you know. Gold is a really cool material, and it looks really cool oftentimes, especially with my palette, in my opinion. You know, I think I have a goated gold palette. People think it's a lot, but you just have to get used to it. And gold is extremely shiny. That's why it's such a wild palette, right? It's actually realistic. You're used to like a cheese yellow Minecraft, like straight up this color of this lighter yellow gold in Minecraft. That's not good, guys. You need to get like a better gold palette. This is good. But yeah, you could never really get a gold pack. And I guess it's not quite colored like gold, which I thought was important because you shouldn't really be able to trick players into, you know, faking like you are wearing golden armor. You know, it should kind of be obvious that it is different. So it's not quite gold. But you know, it has the golden feel of it. It's really cool, and then it has all these wild tools. The axe is really extravagant. I really like the axe. It's a cool, really big axe that wasn't previously available in Barely Default. So more options again, and then the, you know, hoe. The hoes are always kind of whatever, you know, in every way. Like whatever. No, yeah, no, I love this stuff. The journey set, because this sword, the file name of this sword, actually translated to something like Journey to the West, a westward journey, something like that. And you know, if someone who's actually Chinese could probably explain it better. Maybe there's context to it also. I don't really know, but I figured Journey is a good name. Journey gear, the Journey gear set, Journey sword, Journey pickaxe. You know, it's really cool. Journey, and then there's kind of an elvish look. You know, it's really, I really like it, man. The Journey set. So there you go. And this is an interesting one. Honestly, I mean, I think it's really ugly, but I think it's well designed, and I think it's cool that it's so different. I really love, because maybe even if just like, you know, like 2% of Barely Default users would ever wear this, unironically, right? I would never, because it's a trophy. It's well made. It's like a good armor set. It's just, you know, I would just never wear something like this. But I found this sword in the files, Sakura blade. It was actually called Sakura, so I just kept Sakura, because that is, I don't know, Sakura somehow is fine. Like Zanlong Tai was a bit too Asian, I guess, but Sakura, I can live with Sakura, you know. Which I think translates to like, isn't that like cherry? I think, I don't really know. Yeah, this sword was in there, and then I designed a set around it, and I just went for this really wacky, like, this is definitely Asian, like samurai inspired gear set, like the Sakura set, which is really wild and wacky and cool, and but it's also kind of trolly, you know. It's like ironic almost, you know, like a bit of a troll, you know. I feel like, I don't know, I like it. Well designed, cool colors for the tools also. I mean, that's mostly, you know, Minecraft China has designed this palette. I mean, yeah, I know, it's my own colors, but I would never have gotten this design without them, right? Obviously, because I'm super autistic, and well, I mean, I always say that, like, I'm super autistic and I have all these rules, but then I create a shit ton of different stuff. Like I said, 87% of these sets is made by me, right? Because it's, considering that armor is one piece, or I don't remember. I did the math earlier. I don't remember how I calculated actually. Then we have the last sets that I added, which are obviously really big. They're huge. This is if you want to compensate. No, I don't know. Yeah, I already explained the story of the sword. Design is set around it, and I think it's really cool. I mean, I don't know if I would wear this in an SMP. I know there's people that go really nuts for like big weapons. I know that's a thing, that people really like that. So that's why it's also valuable to me. And I was gonna make this sword cannon anyways. But in the beginning I was considering, should I make big tools also? Cause it's kind of silly. You know, like these big tools are kind of silly. And if you're playing on an SMP and your buddy walks around with this, it is kind of a, you know, you could say he's compensating even. The shovel's also ridiculous. They're all ridiculous. The axe actually looks really fucking cool. The hoe is also crazy, obviously. Nobody needs these big tools, right? This is crazy. But, you know, if you want, I mean, fuck it. I thought, in the beginning I was going to make the small tools, right? Just this resolution, which is just a 32 by 32, I think. Yeah, it must be. And then not using the entire texture space, obviously. So first I was just going to have just like this size tools. But then I thought, why not the variety? There's such a great opportunity to add big tools. And then I designed these, styled after the sword, consistent with the armor set, I would say. Other than armor in default Minecraft always having stretched pixels, which is a pet peeve of mine. The Dragon Slayer gear, yeah man. And then there's a texture, like it's like an animation in the files, which is like a skin in Dragon Slayer gear, but then like with different colors, and the design is like a little bit different. And I just went ahead and added that as a colorful variant for the the Dragon Slayer, and this is called Dragon Master. So you can be, and my neighbor, his name is shout out to Gijs. Such a Dutch name, but by the way. And my neighbor actually came up with the name, because I asked him, what's like an opposite of Dragon Slayer? Like, what if you were like a friend of the dragon? He said Dragon Master, because you're like, I like Dragon Master, you know, you're like the king of the dragons maybe. Or like a tamer, or like, you know, I don't know. There's an alternate version, alternate color take on the Dragon Slayer gear. Which honestly, I might even like this better. Like, this is really cool. And yeah, this is it for the tools, you know. So let me know which one's your favorite. Actually, I would have a hard time picking. I don't even know if I could pick a favorite. Now that I'm looking at this one, I really like this recolored version also, you know. It's hard to pick, and I bet I have different favorite sets on different days also. But that's why it's fun, right? Little tip for you: if you are playing this in survival on an SMP, which you should do, rename your nether or even your diamond gear, maybe if you want the fancy sets, before you enchant it. You know, because when you enchant it, renaming becomes really expensive. Or what I do, and I really do this, if I play Minecraft Survival on my own, which I'd never do, but when I used to, I've had renamable variants in my pack for a while. I was just going to creative mode because yeah, it's just a bit too much of a pain to spend like 30 levels on renaming a piece of gear, which takes the fun out of it. So that's just a little tip for you right there. So cool, man. Fucking hell, it is really cool. God damn it, I love it now. Maybe I would have. I don't know if I would have the big tools though, but I think I would have this sword. I have to find like something that matches it like a little bit. You know, whatever. It's fine. It's all good. And then there's actually a few more features that I've done for story mode. Oh, I got rid of my iron golem spawn egg that I had in the beginning of the video. Which it was honestly, it was really naive of me to think that I would hold on to it till the end of the video. It was really naive of me. I'm not one of those YouTubers that just does that, you know. I just kind of get too high for my own good and then do a video and then edit it all in like a really funky, wacky way, and then, you know. So this, wait, is it the right deck? Yeah. So this is the iron golem in Barely Default. It's really big. It's intimidating. It obviously has a jack-o'-lantern or like a pumpkin on its face, because that's how you make them, right? That's how you make iron golems. A little bit of a tip for you: if you name a iron golem Sheared, he doesn't have the pumpkin anymore, which isn't quite like it's not quite like Shears, but you know, it's the next best thing, right? Because you can shear snow golems, if you didn't know, to remove the pumpkin head. So now you can rename them to Sheared. Yeah, look at him. He has the eyebrows even. He's even freshly animated. Ah, look at him. What a cool guy, right? What a fucking guy. Anyways, a new variant for the iron golem. Rename one Robot, and this is what he looks like, which is just really crazy. I think it's really cool. It's inspired by a pet in China edition, which is not this big, but it's hard to like find a place for everything in China edition, right? You gotta kind of like take creative, like I will be taking creative liberties where I put the stuff, and that's why I turned this what's probably a small pet. I mean, I haven't seen it in a game. It was probably a small pet. The texture I found, right, for this there's like a 3D little 3D model. You know, I don't know. It doesn't really have a place in Minecraft unless I just make it big. Just take the style of it, the design of it, and have an iron golem variant. So that's what I did, and I think the design is really clever. Like with how this is still square, and then that is so I don't need like an HD texture to make this like rounded off, which I don't. I respect the technique, but I don't personally want to do that. But I really like this design where the purple is still square and then the window goes inwards, which creates for just like a perfect seal. And there's like too much like ambient occlusion going on for my liking, but other than that, it's really cool. Yeah, Robot. I really like that one. A new China edition Robot. Oh, one more thing actually. Before I end the video, there's one more thing. I added the Kirin, or you can name it Girin, or Quillin. I don't really know how to say it. I think these are like different from different Asian countries. It's pronounce it differently. But anyways, there's a horse. Wait, pillager. There's a horse in Asian mythology, I think. I mean, I just look it up. This is the Minecraft China edition, anyways. Probably as a pet. I just made it a rare horse variant, or you can name your pet any of the. You can name your horse any of the following. Not Pillager. That need to get rid of that spawn. I keep fucking myself up. So Kirin, Quillin, or Girin. You know, catering to all the Asians. Probably never play with my pack. They still have the horse patterns, so you know, bit more variety to them, I guess. You probably want to find a clear one though. I mean, I would, anyways. They don't have ears, but neither do they in China Edition, and they have antlers. They're not deers. They're like wild, weird, wacky creatures, and they have a bunch of wild details, and I think they're pretty cool. It would be a cool horse variant you would want, right? You know, ride a fucking... wait, can I get on top of you a little bit? No, we're still holding an egg. Yeah, look at this. Whoa, look at him run. Oh, fresh LX, man. Fresh LX is... holy shit. That's like a Red Dead Redemption, dude. Fresh LX is a wild fucking guy for making fresh animations, dude. It's absolutely nuts. Look at this. Look at this. Oh yeah, Barely Default is compatible with fresh animations. And Fresh LX just lets anyone make your... Whoa, which one was I taming? This one? He just lets anyone... you know, make their packs compatible with fresh animations, which is just fucking awesome. I think this is a different one now. Yeah, this was my one, right? Maybe? No. Which one's mine? Oh, fuck. I was in the middle of taming one. It was probably this one. I'll just keep taming, right? I'll keep going until I tame one. Nope. This is the worst. Oh my god, the walking is really cool also. Jesus, I just want to see your running animation, Girin. Girin, more like Karen. Girin, more like Karen. You get it? Alright. Come on! There you go. I was in creative mode also. What's wrong with you not liking me? You know? This is wild. Here, come here. Let's ride. Oh, look at him. Oh, I can't really see him. Oh, we can see him, alright. Wow, even the ropes move in a really cool way. Oh, and I see it on the side of the horse. I see like the I don't know what it's called in English. The beugels, teugels. I don't even know what it's called in Dutch, to be honest. I see them move. You see that? I wish I could see this from the side. Just slap you a little bit. Yeah, you'll do it. No, you won't really run. You're not really running. Alright, well, anyways, this was fucking wild. It was fun when you're taming them, when they run away. This is a cool animation then. You know, but I guess I can, you know. Look. I'm doing a thing, right? He's gonna run away now. No. Why did he even run away? How did he even get him to run away? Okay, anyways, 3 new horse variants, and yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for this China Edition update, which might not seem like a lot, but this is taking me like 2 weeks to put together. Like in between making China Edition videos, all I was doing is like work on this Barely Default update, which I'm really happy to have put out, because I'm you know, like people always take inspo from all over the Minecraft multiverse, and no one's ever done this. Like take a random sword file, sword texture, and just make an entire set out of it. You know, no one's done it for China Edition. No one's done the detailing that I've done. I don't even know if someone's done a Kirin yet. So, it's really it's cool, man. I really love this sort of stuff. You know, like going into fucking adventure terrain or something. You know, just fucking doing some wild creative shit. You know, without ever feeling like you're copying anyone, you know. I guess you're copying the Minecraft China Edition devs because I'm, you know, basing it on their style, but not because I've, you know, because I want to make it all canon, right? All right. I wanted to end the video looking at the rest of my armor stats, anyways. Oh look, this is the old space pickaxe. I updated it. This was not like I found this space pickaxe. Like there was like a texture in the files that looked like this space pickaxe, the new one. Which I then used, but previously I looked over it and I made this one, which I didn't like. It was my least favorite anyways, and then I found a texture for the space set that looked like a pickaxe. It was actually called Space Weapon, but looked like a pickaxe. So then getting rid of this old design was an easy thing to do, but you know, I'm offline right now, and I'll fix it though. I'll change it in the document. Anyway, this is my big document. The link will be in the description. You can see all the renamable stuff in my pack. Really cohesive, you know. Just you know, you'll want to have this open while you're playing with your friends. Look, Tim's gear really just stands out now, right? But I love it, man. Fucking love it. You look at the Dragon Master. Oh, the Dragon Master is maybe it's cooler than the Dragon Slayer, honestly. And I only added it's the last set I added. I almost didn't add it because I thought, is it a good idea? And then it is like the best set. Honestly, it's so cool. The colors are so cool, and I made it darker just for like the variety. I had it the same color because the animation file I found is like the same color as the Zandongtai sword PNG I found, like the grays anyways. But then I made a darker gray, and then it matches really well. I really love the fucking Dragon Master set, man. I'm really happy with that one. Also, the name is perfect. Like, I couldn't think of it myself. My neighbor had to give it to me. But I could never add it if the name wasn't perfect, because once I name something, like the Scarlet set, for example, didn't have a name. Like, once I name something, it's stuck like that. Because if players have it in their world, and I'm suddenly gonna decide, nah, I don't want it to be named that way anymore, that's gonna fucking suck, right? So you gotta fucking stick to it. So the names are really important. Like, I would never add something if I wasn't 100% sure about the name. And then my neighbor came up with Dragon Master, which seems so obvious. I don't know, this is so not interesting to anyone, but this is like, for me, this is such a big deal, because I thought Dragon Slayer was clever, right? Because the sword is like, the file is called Dragon Battle. It's a sword in a dragon skull. Just rambling now. This is just how MD Trips always goes, you know? I haven't done like a podcast in a while though, but I'm good not doing it right now. Probably not really good, like, I don't know, talking about my life. I prefer to just like focus on my fucking research, you know? It's a comfort zone or something. But I really love doing this sort of stuff though, so... yeah, look at all this fun variety. I mean, you already saw it. You saw... oh, I guess you didn't saw the animals, all of them. Look, it's a bunch of them. There's a Kyrian and a white pumpkin. Alright, well, thanks for watching MD Trips. This was another video. Yeah, like, subscribe. And tell your friends about me. Because I really want to have a lot of subscribers. And let's make it happen, right? Yeah, so I can... I don't know. Not work anymore for a boss. Might cut it out. Anything else? No? Alright. Peace.